your resting places were originally? This is Garland Lucas.
Beyond train.
Okay, beyond the train. So as I've said before, this train that's over here was actually built to be part of the cemetery, and so some of the stones and stuff had to be moved. Reheard. Okay, so you were.
We were there.
So I know that this wasn't necessarily your original resting place, and that they've put these stones here in remembrance. So, Megan and Johanna from Travelers Paranormal. We are still in the city cemetery. We've moved to a new location, one that we like coming to. So, a bit of an interesting story about this spot. As you can see, these are wooden. I want to call them headstones. That's what we use for them, but they're wood. So, originally buried, maybe not necessarily here, but in the cemetery through records, they had found that there was several inmates from the State Penitentiary that were buried here who passed away during, I believe, a cholera outbreak. Or it might have been tuberculosis, but something terrible. And they were given wooden stones, wooden markers, but they didn't last long. So the cemetery is replacing them, and we see one of the new ones has fallen over, but I'm sure that they'll get that fixed. Yes. Megan's going to hold on to the video camera on this one. So, she's listening to the S-Box, so if anybody's here that would like to communicate with us, we have Hazard Testerson, Samuel Kerr, this is their name and their county. So, Thompson Jones, Redding R. Hall, Okay, Megan's going slower than I am. We've got John Dugan. Megan's listening to a device you can use to communicate with us. This is John Delk. Present. John, are you here? Gibson Kate. Beasley Barbie.
Who's that?
Beasley Barbie. I'm Johanna and this is Megan, and we're here to communicate with you. With anyone that's here, really. We'd like to learn more about you. William Baldwin's stone has fallen over. We have Miles Allen.
Displaced. Or displaced.
Displaced, yes.
Yes.
Okay. They're very good at maintenance in the cemetery. I'm sure they're going to come in and fix your stone.
I just got Miles as I was moving to this
nice.
one.
So Megan just heard Miles. Would any of you be interested in telling us about yourselves? Really, all we know is your names and the county you were from. Are we near where your resting places were originally? This is Garland Lucas.
Beyond train.
Okay, beyond the train. So as I've said before, this train that's over here was actually built to be part of the cemetery, and so some of the stones and stuff had to be moved. Reheard. Okay, so you were.
We were there.
So I know that this wasn't necessarily your original resting place, and that they've put these stones here in remembrance. This is William McCracken. I'm glad that they have these here to remember you by.
Small one?
Small one. Could you tell us about yourselves? We have a few more here. John Moore.
Presently thinking.
Presently thinking. You're thinking about what you might want to tell us? I know that sometimes these devices are hard to use, but if you focus your energy, just like you're doing.
Prison.
Prison, yes. We can talk about.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can talk about that if you'd like, but really, I want to learn about you. I don't want that to be the defining thing about you, but I'm open to whatever you'd like to talk about.
Sister.
Was.
Was.
I think that is sister. Abram Powell. You said sister. Did your sister used to come and visit you? Interesting. This next one says G.W. Rogers, alias Macklemore. I wonder if they found that in kind of older, in the records, that was something that you've gone by. This one is Mark Jackson Thomas, and then colored from a time when we're not perfect, but they separated that out and felt that was important to mark down. Cracked.
I am.
You're cracked. They're wooden stones. There's
Bottom.
cracks in them. Over here. If you tell me your name, I'll try and find one with that name on it. This one here is Richard Willis. And then we have John Yates. So if you can tell me your first name, some of them, I think there's like multiple Johns, but I can try and find your stone, or we can just talk here. I know you said prison.
Back.
Back? How many back? Maybe they're trying to direct us to which stone is theirs. We got prison and
Richard.
I didn't hear maybe. She's got her back to me.
Me. Richard.
Okay, Richard. Richard, could you tell us a little bit about yourself? Someone said sister. Did you have a sister? Yes. Was she able to come visit you?
10.
10 years old. Can you tell me her name?
Emily.
Emily?
Little.
Emily was your little sister. Was she 10 years old when you went to prison? Is that why you said 10 years old? Megan's going to point to the knot on the back because we did get cracked at the bottom before.
I did.
If you're okay with talking about it, could you tell us why you went to prison?
One year.
1 year, so your sentence was 1 year?
Death sentence.
Okay. Your sentence was 1 year, or you served 1 year?
Never leave here.
Never leave here, this place. Never leave here, this place.
See. Mother.
I wish I knew ways to help people, what they call crossing over. I'm going to let Megan listen to the S-Box for a moment if you like to talk through it, and I'm going to say a prayer for you. George? I hope it'll help. I said a prayer for you, Richard. You said sister Emily, your 10-year-old sister, and your mother, but you never leave here. Hope you can find them. I couldn't hear her. What'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
Oh, sorry, Alfred.
Alfred. Oh, Alfred again. Alfred was at the other stone back there.
But this whole section was like a potter's field, right? That's part of why there's no stones here.
It might be.
We don't know where anyone might be.
Yeah, it's true. We've come over here to speak with the names or those that are here, but whether I've said your name or not, we're open to speaking with anybody. Bit up by mosquitoes. I love fall because the bugs go away. Okay, sorry. I had to get rid of the bugs.
Poorly?
Poorly. See if we can get more. The cemetery appears to be well cared for. Do you feel like you're being well cared for and remembered here? I know the caretakers, the trustees, the people that work here really do care about it and honoring and preserving those that are here. Just some interactions I've had with them. Oh, that's my alarm.
Preach?
Preach? It was church bells. Okay, that alarm does mean that unfortunately we have to leave. But I can promise you that we will come back at some point to communicate more with you. I do appreciate you trying to use our device to speak with us. And then when we come back, we can use dowsing rods or some other devices and try and get some further communication. My alarm went off. Unfortunately, it's time to go. If you would like, I didn't stop the recording yet. If you'd like to say goodbye as well.
No, thank you for speaking to us, anyone who did. If we didn't get the chance to speak to you, we will be back. So we're just interested in learning about everyone, keeping your memories alive. That's why we do what we do. do. So anyone who wants to speak to us at any time, we will be here to speak to you to try to get your story told. Whatever you tell us, we'll try to look up more about.
Yes.
To find out more information and just keep your names being spoken.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.